Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Rae, aka RaeeUfSunshinee, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing how to make a wig with a lace closure. So if you are interested, let's just hop right into this video. Okay guys, and we are back. So the first thing you want to grab is a wig head, a wig cap, any kind of pin, a needle, thread, and a pair of scissors. Once you have that, you want to grab your closure on the ends and make sure you drag it down to where the hairline starts. And once you have that, you want to grab a pin and pin it down. Once you've done the both ends, it should look something like this. So we're gonna start on the rest of the closure. Grab the end of the back of the closure and make sure it lays flat, and it should look something like this. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. You guys, so I had some trouble with this closure specifically because of the size of the closure. I'm used to working with smaller closures, but that's fine because I figured it out, and I will get into more detail as we go along. So this is just how we're looking for right now. The sides are nice and straight. And here is my attempt to trying to fix the closure, but then eventually I found out that I can do something else. So before you start, you want to make sure that there's a knot at the end of your thread, because you don't want to lose the needle and thread as you are going. And as for your first stitch, it actually isn't a real stitch. It is just a way to get your needle and thread in the wig cap and the lace. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you go through the first layer of the wig cap and not the elastic band, and that will be explained why more in the video. With the first actual stitch, you want to make sure you lock the stitch in place, and what that means is I go around the needle with the thread a few times, either one or a few times, and that actually helps to hold the stitching in place. And for the rest of the closure and the rest of the wig, actually, you just want to do an in and out stitch. That's just the easiest way to explain this. You want to go in through the hair cap and the lace closure and out. Once you get to the back of the closure, for a closure that's as big as mine, you want to remove the hairpin and you want to stretch down and you want to try and make it straight. So this is what you see me doing here. And once you continue to do that, your closure should look like this, nice and straight. You want to continue to remove and reinsert your pin to make it straight for the rest of the closure. And once you get towards the end of the closure, which is the end of the hairline, you want to make sure you lock that stitch in place with a few knots around your needle and thread. And once you are finished with that, you want to cut off the excess, and you want to make a few more extra knots before you snip off the rest of the excess thread. And once you are done, your closure should look something like this. This is what you want. You want a closure that is nice and flat and straight, no lumps, no humps, no anything. emphasis is nice and flat, you know? So we have our closure on our wig cap. It's time to move on to the rest of the wig. When you unloosen your hair bundles, they're usually wrapped with the wefts behind each other, so you want to use it like that. You're just going to grab a few hairpins and pin the hair bundle straight across from one side of the other to the end of the wig cap. As I stated before, the first stitch isn't actually a real stitch. It's just trying to get your needle in the wig cap and underneath your hair bundle. Once you begin to actually sew the hair in the wig cap, you want to do an underneath stitch. So you just want to bring your needle in through the wig cap and underneath the hair bundle. Once you've reached the end of the first row, you want to make sure you end off the stitch. So you want to lock that stitch in place, and you want to start on the next row. Grab your hair bundle, stick your finger in between it and flip it back. Then you want to add one stitch, pin up the rest of your hair bundles, and you want to begin the sewing process. Once you continue to do that, your thread will run short. So when you see that happening, you want to stop and create your last stitch. Then you want to lock the end of that. You want to snip off the end of the thread, create a few more knots, and then snip off the rest of the excess thread. Once you get towards the sides of the closure, you don't want to bring the hair exactly next to it because you don't want to create that lump. You want it as flat as possible at the top. So make sure you leave like a finger space in between closure and hair bundles. Okay guys, so at this point you want to start to use only one weft instead of the both of your wefts, and that's just because the higher you get towards the closer is the flatter you want the wig. So you're just going to keep doing the same stitch in and out or through the wig cap and under the hair bundle throughout the rest of the wig up until you reach like just a smidge space between the wig. Here you see you want like an arc like shape with the hair bundles. Once you have reached the end of the closure, you want to try to attach both of the ends of the hair bundles to the closure, just so that lays flat, but you only want to do that with one. At this point in time, you see that there's only enough space left to put like a small piece of the hair bundle if you actually want to, but I will not because I don't like to do that. So once you have all your hair bundles in the wig, you want to flip the wig inside out to remove the part of the wig cap that is underneath the lace closure. You want to make sure you're snipping underneath the thread, because if you actually snip on the thread or through the thread, you might unloosen your stitches and that wouldn't make sense. And this is how your lace closure should look like. And here you have it, guys. This is just how you make your lace closure wig. If this is something that you're interested in, please go ahead and leave me a big thumbs up. If you want to see how I styled this wig in the future video, comment down below and we can definitely be doing that. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.